right. This is Strum Etude No.1 from Book 3, Beginning Rock Guitar. And this is, taking everyday chords that we've played for quite a while and putting some passing tones in. And like on the E chord, actually there's a lot of passing tones you can do. You can do the second fret of the first string, the second fret of the second string, the second fret of the third string. And see, I can make up things all day long, so now in this one we're mainly doing the first string, and it's kind of offbeat, let me put my pick down. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so you want to accent those tied parts, those offbeats. And with the A chord, instead of adding a note, we're taking a finger off, and it sounds really cool to, as a passing tone, to take the third finger off. It's a series of ties, offbeat ties, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and you want to understand the rhythm. If you don't understand immediately what the offbeat rhythm is, how to count it, take a little time to study the count. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then after we do the A and the E twice, we have the D chord where we're taking the second finger off, and then we're doing an A seventh chord, and it's that clamped A where you clamp the first finger and the second finger's on the second string, and we're adding the seventh on that offbeat tie, and then it goes back to E, and then we do another clamped A, and then we add the second fret, which is makes it a sixth chord instead of doing the third fret. We're doing the second fret, and then on the C chord we're adding the pinky on the first string, and then on the second string, and then we have a D, D sharp, E. Now the thing about this, it's the C chord shape moved up 2 frets for the D, and you put your pinky on the 5th fret, but you have to make sure your second finger is leaning on the 3rd string. Because if you hear the 3rd string open, it's going to sound a little ugly, like. That's a note we don't want. It's real easy for the second finger to lean on that string. In other situations, your second finger might do that when you don't want it to, like if you're playing a regular C chord, you don't want to mute the 3rd string. But when you go up to D, you want to mute the 3rd string, or you get this funny clash. So when and make sure with each chord change that you're leaning, letting the skin of your second finger just touch the 3rd string to mute it. And so anyway, you go like, you're going up from that C chord, and it's D, D sharp, and then you have to get right back down and start the verse again, to go through the whole verse a second time. And then when you do the second ending, you're going from the C chord again, and then it's D, D sharp, and then E, E. So you have a high E, fast, and then it's up, down to end it. So the rhythms are a little tricky, but at this stage, on the third book, you understand how to read ties and tied rhythms. On the A chord, you've got more ties. It's like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So try to understand the rhythm. And in this riff, in this strum, you want to accent those offbeat ties and really bring out the passing tones. And so on. So it's a fun little thing, and the idea behind these is to show you, if you're not familiar, that you can put in little passing tones in everyday chords that we've been doing for months and months. Like a D chord, you can take the second finger off and then add the pinky. And you can start doing that in regular songs that you might, instead of just strumming an E chord, it's kind of boring, you're just strumming the same chord. Try to put in and then it's much more fun, and it's good to improvise those kind of things. Just do them off the cuff, and when you get to the E chord again, do it a different way, the second time. So try, this is to give you some ideas on things that are possible with these chords, and try to see, that we're just doing everyday chords: E, A, D, and C, and that's it, except for those passing chords going up to the E, which is really a C shape moved up, So enjoy this. If you like this lesson, it should be fun to play. Hit the like button and subscribe, and look for John Hedger Guitar Studio on Instagram and Facebook. And please subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and all of that stuff. Okay? So we'll see you in the next one.